Hey, it's your boy the Crypto Goon. Shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. Should we trust stablecoins? It's just a question. Now, the idea of this, where I got this from, is Brad Garlinghouse responded to the Swift system using or testing out several other blockchain technologies, with the exception of Ripple. So he responded to it. His response was that they are expecting $1 trillion to leave banks, and for that 1 trillion to end up in RLUSD. Now, RLUSD isn't the only stable coin. It is one of many, the largest being Tether, right? So there are several reasons why I'm personally questioning stable coins. Obviously, people purchase stable coins because, if you purchase it through an exchange, but obviously if you purchase it. Now, before we get to the rest of the video, I want to show you all something that's really exciting. This project already has over 22,000 users, and it has been getting a lot of buzz lately for a good reason. Check out this short message from the CEO to get the full picture, and check out the link down in my description.
All right, guys, I am here to talk about Grape Coin, or GRP. There are 5 reasons why I believe Grape will be a top 20 coin within 6 months. Number 1, Grape is the most powerful chain ever created. Every single user node adds 1,000 transactions per second. So it is infinitely sustainable with 100 million, 200 million, even 500 million transactions per second within possibility. Why is that a big deal? Number 2, it is a big deal because Grape's chain's main use case is powering a completely decentralized internet economy, essentially running a mass adoption Web3 by having a chain powerful enough to allow the most complex and crazy real-world games and applications to go on-chain. This is Web4 in a big way. Number 3, there are 2 big announcements coming. One of them is a partnership with an AI company, and this partnership will allow apps to be created in seconds on GrapeChain with only a few prompts. That's huge because no one has ever done it before, but also because it can lead to thousands of applications being created on GrapeChain within even the first week. Okay, so the second announcement is literally them working with a country, and in my opinion, it is unparalleled. Number 4, GRP has half the circulating supply of Bitcoin, so its supply is tiny. And number 5, it is about to be relaunched. And you might say, why is a relaunch massive? Well, if you've seen other coin relaunches like Matic to Polygon, it surged 7,000%. And that's because it's taking something proven that we've seen the market with before and fixing the issues that it had and then relaunching into something better. GRP was trading at almost $1,000 a coin without any of the functionality that it has and without any of the announcements that it has. Right now you can buy it cheaper than $3 before the relaunch, which is currently at its lowest price. And that is why I believe Grape will lead the market next year.
So I really believe in this project, and right now they're running a limited time 66% bonus event, which basically makes it $1 per coin with the bonus included. The bonus percentage is dropping every day, and the price is set to increase to $15 per coin soon. Now keep in mind, during the last launch, the all-time high was nearly $1,000 per coin. So this could be a huge opportunity. Make sure to use the link in my description to take advantage of the bonus while it's still active. Now let's get back to the rest of the video. Through an exchange, you can make interest on that money, right? Now, let's go back to 2022. I don't know if a lot of you all were in cryptocurrency in 2022, but Tether depegged from the dollar. So for those that don't know, stable coins are 1 for 1, right? If you buy a stable coin, it equates to $1, okay? It doesn't go up in value and is not supposed to go down in value. However, in 2022, it depegged and it went from $1 to about between 94 and 97 cents. Okay, so people lost their money, well, some of their money. People lost the gains that they made from, earning interest on their money in stable coins. Now, I know that the stablecoin bill, has passed, and now stablecoins have some sort of protection. Now, there are several other things that are going on that a lot of people don't know about, right? And I talked about how Donald Trump is trying to use crypto to pay off the United States debt, sort of turning it into a pump and dump. But outside of that, the other thing that they're doing is using World Liberty Financial and some other cryptocurrencies. They are trying to replace the Fed, okay? The Trump administration is. They want to get rid of the Fed. Now, if they get rid of the Fed, what is going to go in place of the Fed? Well, the Trump family wants to replace the Fed, meaning instead of the United States, and this is just part of it, instead of the United States selling bonds, right, to other countries to invest in the United States, they want to set it up so that the United States borrows money from the Trump family. Now, they may be worth billions of dollars, but what they are doing is through cryptocurrency, through the blockchain, through stablecoins, is setting the family up to be worth trillions of dollars. So a move like this would solidify them forever, the Trump family, right? They will pretty much replace the Federal Reserve. They would replace the use of bonds by the United States government borrowing money from them and paying interest to them. So when you look at what they're doing, if you look at the entire family, they all have their own crypto wallets. The family is all behind these different projects. They are essentially turning the crypto market into a big rug pull. Now, we all should have a plan to exit, right? And I talk about this, that most people don't make money in crypto because they never sell for profit. People have this thing in their mind that cryptocurrency is like the stock market, and it is not, okay? It is very volatile. And when you look at a lot of them, a lot of them pretty much return to their almost lows. Like, for example, if we look at, even Ethereum, right? Ethereum makes all-time highs, but then it goes back and it's, $500-$600 again, all over again, right? And people hold on to these things expecting that they won't hit their lows, right? We've seen this with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has never gone back to, $100 or anything like that before. However, they do have these large retracements or crashes. Now, here's my projection. I don't know if a lot of you all are old enough to remember the dot-com bubble, right? A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people made a lot of money. I firmly believe that crypto will be made into a bubble, and the rug pull will be the elites, the Trump family, and a lot of these other larger players. Once the crypto market gets to a certain point, they will pretty much exit the market and put all of their money into cash, and essentially, crashing the crypto market, turning it into a bubble. We're going to have an AI bubble, right? We're going to have a car market bubble, right? We've already had a real estate bubble in the past, and every market has a bubble. It's designed that way. However, I think with cryptocurrency, I think that the Trump administration is forcing that bubble because they know how excited people are. They know that cryptocurrency is a cult. I always talk about how I am not married to any cryptocurrency, any project, any technology within the crypto market. I would never do that. But if you look at social media, a lot of people are like hypnotized by this thing. And just like the dot-com bubble, it was very similar, right? There were people that were hypnotized by this thing, and the majority of those people, their money went to zero, right? They were hurt behind this. So I think that, they're going to do this because, for a lot of you that don't know, Trump is self-centered. And again, I don't lean left or right. I don't give a fuck. I make money. I have money. That's the only thing that really matters. You're either broke or you're rich in America. That's all that matters. And, it's just an observation, right? An obvious observation that everybody should know that, hey, these guys are in office just like every other politician to enrich themselves. But this level of enrichment is going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot crazier than, these politicians that that come to DC with 100,000 and leave with 100 million. No, this is going to be trillions, right? So they're pushing everybody's 401k. They're pushing everybody's these different institutions into the market to push those trillions of dollars in there. So you're pretty much, when you buy cryptocurrency, you're pretty much giving that family your dollars, or some of these other players your dollars. You're pretty much, that's what you're exchanging for, right? And I've said in the past that the majority of these cryptocurrencies are pure fucking garbage. The majority of them. A lot of people don't know that. They're pure fucking garbage. And most people really, because they're hypnotized behind the turn 1,000 into a million, turn 1,000 into 100,000, that they don't realize that a lot of this stuff is a pump and dump. Now, this is a crypto channel, right? And if you look at most crypto channels, they do very well because they feed you what you want to hear. I don't care about that. The reason being, I already have money, so I don't care my biggest income source or stream isn't from blowing smoke up your ass on YouTube. I really don't care which way the markets go. It really doesn't matter to me because I make money from crypto regardless, whether it goes up or down, regardless. So when you take a step back and remove your feelings from being attached to these technologies, you'll start to see that a lot of these, that this entire thing is a one big pump and dump. And even with me saying this, when it happens, 99.9% of people will lose their money, guaranteed, because people are too married to this thing and they think that it is the stock market. So what's going to happen is the majority of these cryptocurrency companies are going to go out of business because of this large bubble, and the majority of people are going to lose their money. And and these elites, the Trump family and some of these other people are just going to ride off in the wind because there's nothing you can do, right? Once they're already billionaires, once they become trillionaires, there's nothing that you can pretty much do. I mean, it's over, right? So I just wanted to just mention that, if you read this, the Genius Act, and you look at where this money allocates to and what happens with it, you'll start to see that, it's really just a big bubble to make other people rich, right? You're transferring your money to somebody else to make them rich. But anyway, just something I just want to get off my mind. I appreciate y'all tapping in. It's the number one goon, never the two, the crypto goon.